I invite Dr. R. Karpaga Kumaravel, Professor and Head Department of Education, Central University of Tamil Nadu. Welcome him with a huge round of applause. And I request him to please keep his presentation within the time.
So it's my pleasure to deliver my presentation on the topic higher education technology for students. And the objectives of my presentation to identify the ways and means of utilizing technology, how to make use of technology for attracting students, and how to make use of the potentials of technology to address the unique needs of the students. And let me take a quick historical perspective of Indian higher education, which is 159-year-old, and the number of universities in 1970, 71, 103, and 2011-12, it has grown from strength to strength, and now it is more than 850. And we find that from 2007 onwards, there is a spurt in the growth of higher education institutions thanks to privatization in higher education. And Indian higher education system is the second biggest in terms of students population in the world, and third biggest higher education system in terms of number of higher education institutions in the world. But in spite of that, we have just 17.9 gross enrollment ratio compared to American higher education system, which has 95% of gross enrollment ratio. And for want of time, I just skip some slides. And the private institutes, self-financing universities, self-financing colleges, they constitute a major player, and we find that 64% are private institutions and 59% of students, they study from private institutions and self-financing colleges. So students' enrollment in higher education has grown 12 times in the last 4 decades. And there is an increase in the gross enrollment ratio also. And we need to apply technology to reach the unreached, to reach the disadvantaged segment of the population through the development, application and evaluation of systems, techniques and aids to improve the process of human learning. And technology brings education to people instead of bringing people to education. And the basic philosophy is, for today's job, we should make use of today's tools. And we are now in the grey revolution, after green revolution, white revolution and blue revolution. And the future need is equity in access to information and quality independent of geography. Now, I am suggesting some strategies. First one is technology integration for 24/7 learning experience. Enhanced technology integration. Advancing learning with technology will enhance overall student experience by helping to create the 24/7 learning experience. And second one, enhancing online learning efforts. Faculty require support in using technology, and instructional design support is needed to move the online learning efforts, including e-portfolios. Need for e-teaching methodology. India has acute shortage of teachers. To have equity and access, there is a need to e-deliver teaching besides providing tools for learning to the students. And it is the high time we establish the global classroom. Virtual courses can be developed with the international partner institutions. Expanding learning with technology allows for greater efficiency as web and software teaching resources become available for institutional effectiveness. And we should promote a campus digital culture, taking advantage of the most advanced educational tool technologies and practices, and adapt to changing and varied needs of students. Develop individually paced courses, web-based and modular experiences. And we should evolve strategies for student enrollment. Develop technology-enabled campaign for selection, orientation, and support programs for students using effective websites, mobile technology, and social media, and using technology to improve success rates of the examination. And technology should reduce barriers to intra-campus transfers and inter-university students' mobility through student-friendly technology. And we should increase out-of-state and international enrollments, reducing inbreeding. And tapping the mobile phone technology. As per the 2014 Technology Trend Report, the number of mobile internet users of India is projected to reach around 160 million by March 2015. It is high time that we tap the potentials of this technology. And we should focus on doctoral growth because higher education is known for knowledge generation and knowledge dissemination. And integrating web-based learning components into course materials. Faculty should be trained to integrate web-based learning components such as Blackboard into the management of course materials. MOOCs to massify higher education. MOOCs represent a global, low-cost, flexible and sustainable model to massify higher learning. However, the trends in enrollment and completion rates indicates that a majority of those enrolled in MOOCs are enthusiastic in enrolling but fail to maintain the same enthusiasm in completing the studies. So in India we have constraints to expand MOOCs. First one is a technological constraint, second is language of instruction, third one is granting of credits and certification. MOOCs needs regular access to reliable broadband internet connectivity which is not available at affordable prices, especially in rural India. Language constraint. The dominant language of communication in MOOCs is English. Many students in rural India are not in a position to cope up with English language proficiency expected to pursue the course. Issue of certification. A promise on certification and accreditation of the MOOC program will improve the completion rate of the courses offered on MOOC platforms. So these are all the issues in MOOCs. For want of time, I just skip over the thing. And now the need of the hour is blended course. A survey of 1,200 faculty and 80 vice chancellors by the Chronicle of Higher Education revealed that blended courses have higher potentials compared to MOOCs. So seamless integration of physical and virtual learning spaces. Blended e-learning provides access to a wide choice of alternative resources. And student support services are very much possible through blended learning. And web-based student support and early introduction of e-administration and then 24/7 technical help desk. And now from MOOCs, we move to SPOKE, small private online course. A small private online course refers to a version of a MOOC used locally with on-campus students. University of California, Berkeley, Professor Amado coined the word in 2013 to refer to a localized instance of a MOOC course that was in use in a business-to-business context. Research evidence in support of SPOKEs. SPOKEs support blended learning and flipped classroom learning, which combine online resources and technology with personal engagement. So, SPOKEs versus MOOCs, colleges and universities can create SPOKEs or license them. And recently, Harvard University announced SPOKEs for its curriculum in the fall of 2013. Unlike MOOCs, SPOKEs have limited enrollment and are often used as part of the course for credit. So, to conclude, our teachers have to be trained for three types of institutions: brick institutions, click institutions, and the blending type of institution, a hybrid variety of brick and click institutions. Thank you.